peanut butter. As a Kingdom Hearts fan, I simply have to say, people love to jump to stupid conclusions. And I mean stupid conclusions. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I did not expect to make a video about this, but honestly, I felt the need to address this, and I felt the need to cover this because I love Kingdom Hearts, but the community really gets on my nerves with some of the wild stuff they come up with. And I'm just gonna say this as well before I really get into it. It should be a well-known thing by now to take any and all leaks with a massive grain of salt. But unfortunately, people don't seem to want to do that. People really want to just believe whatever they see. And they want to overhype stuff when there's literally no confirmation. It's just quote-unquote leaks. And these leaks may not even be real. So, I'm just going to go ahead and say, as far as I'm concerned, there is no credibility with this whatsoever. So this is a tweet by the Gamers Joint here, and I'm also going to go ahead and say this as well before I even read this. I have no beef or anything with the Gamers Joint. I just simply want to kind of reel some people in because of these wild claims. So, breaking. Due to Midori being correct about the ML code name, this adds some validity to his previous KH claims. Some new claims from Midori. Sora for Fortnite Q1 2025. KH4 2026 and will feature improved Kingdom shader. KH4 will have Star Wars, Treasure Planet, and Moana. I can't even really fathom this because of a few reasons. And I think some of these reasons are pretty obvious. But I'm going to go ahead and put a bit of a disclaimer here. You may not like what you're about to hear, but I am not going to sugarcoat this nonetheless. So get ready for some pretty hot takes from me. Although these may not be as hot of takes as I might be making out to some people. But I do know there are some people who will defend this anyway, so I am going to go ahead and just put it out there. Some of you may not like what I'm about to say. For starters, let's address the first thing here. Due to Midori being correct about the ML code, this adds some validity to his previous claims. Really? Is that actually a fact? I don't think so. Midori lost all credibility the very moment it came out that he lied about being an Asian woman. And not only that, but the whole thing with the MO code, how do we even know that Midori truly got that right? And the reason I'm saying that is not just because I feel like Midori lost all credibility the moment that it came out that he lied about that, but also, from what I was told and from what I gathered, evidently the information that Midori has been quote-unquote leaking was actually stolen from other people. Now, granted, you can make the argument that leaked information is stolen anyway, and you're right. Leakers steal information all the time. But what I'm saying with this is Midori is most likely not the first person to say something about this. I feel like Midori may have stolen the information from someone else and then quote-unquote leaked it. And the only reason that it got popular is because it was Midori posting it in the first place. And people also need to keep in mind that not all linked information is even real or even true or accurate or anything. A lot of it could also be just completely made up. And so, if you're hyping up leaks or rumors or whatever that are completely fabricated or just made up entirely, you could just be setting yourself up for disappointment. And the unfortunate reality with this is we have already seen this with Kingdom Hearts 3 due to the fact that players were overhyping this game to be something that it wasn't. People were literally saying, oh, someone was going to die and sacrifice themselves for Sora. People were saying that there were going to be worlds in it that weren't actually in it. People were saying all of this ridiculous stuff due to, like, a bunch of overhype and such, and as a result, people were ultimately disappointed with Kingdom Hearts 3 because it got overhyped to be something that it wasn't. Now, granted, part of that disappointment was due to Square Enix way over marketing Kingdom Hearts 3 and basically showing off everything that the game had to offer before it came out, but the point still stands with this because of the fact that players had overhyped it, and no one had even considered that Square Enix had shown everything Kingdom Hearts 3 had to offer before it came out. And honestly, I get the feeling that Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to find itself in the same situation as Kingdom Hearts 3 if this overhype continues. Because the thing is, if you keep overhyping something that doesn't happen, and then the finished product comes out and you see the thing that you overhyped does not happen, naturally, you are going to be disappointed. But not to mention, you're going to cause a lot of other fans to be disappointed with the game as well, due to the overhype, because you want to believe leaks and rumors and other nonsense that just ended up not being true to begin with. And I don't think that part is the creator's fault at all. I think it's the fault of the community for overhyping something that just wasn't true, due to the fact that they want to believe something that really doesn't have as much credibility as what was made out. And on one hand, I get it. People are starving for news for this game. We are starving for news for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We are starving for news for Kingdom Hearts 4. We are starving for news for anything Kingdom Hearts related. I completely get that. But resorting to this, honestly, is not helping. You are not speeding up the process of us getting either game by jumping to these ridiculous conclusions. The only thing you're doing is setting yourself up for disappointment along with many other people who are looking forward to these games. And even disregarding all of that, why is it that all because Midori supposedly got one thing right, that he is suddenly credible again? Like, seriously. I guarantee that one little thing means nothing. Having a lucky guess means nothing. And for all we know, like I said earlier, it is very possible that that information was stolen. Which I know leaked information is stolen anyway, but that is beside the point. Giving credibility to someone who lost it due to being exposed as a liar does not warrant any of that. It does not warrant the credibility being restored. In my personal opinion, it still means nothing whatsoever. And as for the rest of these, I'm just going to go ahead and say there is literally no proof of this. There is no proof that Sora is going to be in Fortnite. There is no proof that Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to come out in 2026 or will have an improved Kingdom shader. And there is literally no proof that Star Wars, Treasure Planet, or Moana will be in Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, Kingdom Hearts 4's 2026 release might happen. But Midori is not the only person to say it could possibly come out in 2026. Personally, I was estimating 2026 before Midori said anything about it. And I have seen plenty of other people say the same thing. I've seen plenty of other people say 2025 or 2026 could be when Kingdom Hearts 4 does in fact come out. So that is nothing new whatsoever. The Star Wars claim may have a slight chance, but it's not because Midori said so. It's because here in the trailer you can see this looks like an area from Star Wars. This area looked like a planet from one of the Star Wars films. That does not necessarily mean it is Star Wars though. it could easily mean something else. It could be an entirely different world. It could be an original world. We don't know. We are just going off of assumptions at this point, and there wasn't even enough there to really say for sure what it could be. Now, as for Treasure Planet and Moana, give me a break. Like, I'm very, very confident that Treasure Planet for sure may not end up in Kingdom Hearts 4. Moana, I'm also not confident about, but Moana would have a better chance at getting into Kingdom Hearts 4 than Treasure Planet would. I'm just gonna go ahead and be blunt. And I hate saying that because I love Treasure Planet, but I am not confident that it's going to get into Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm honestly not really confident that either of these worlds mentioned will be in Kingdom Hearts 4, but Treasure Planet is definitely the one I am the least confident in, followed by Moana and maybe Star Wars. Star Wars has a better chance at it than both Treasure Planet and Moana. But again, there is literally no proof that any of these will actually end up in Kingdom Hearts 4. And just because somebody says so, that doesn't mean that I'm going to actually believe it. We are just going to have to wait for the final game to actually release and then see with our own eyes what's going to be in it. And I just want to make this clear. The message of this video is not to go around calling out Cynical or even really calling out anybody online. I just want to get this message through to people's heads. We need to stop believing these leaks, these rumors, or whatever else we see online. Because at the end of the day, they may not even actually happen, they may mean nothing, and we could just be setting ourselves and other people up for disappointment. So, that is really all I have to say on the subject matter. This was kind of something I wasn't expecting to even really cover, but I simply just could not ignore it. But I want to know what you guys think of all of this in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, how you feel, if you think I'm spouting nonsense, or if you actually agree with my point. Either way, my point still stands that we need to not subject ourselves to agreeing to this stuff. But let's be real, we know how people are, especially when they are starving for Kingdom Hearts news. I'm starving for Kingdom Hearts news just like anybody else. But just like everybody else, I also have to wait for the game to come out, as well as whatever news comes out as well. But until the next time, I will catch you guys later. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next video.